Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn when payment is successful or failed on Stripe, get notified on Google Hangouts. So the idea here is that whenever any of the customer makes a payment on your Stripe account, whether it's a successful payment or a failed payment, automatically you are going to get a notification on your Google Hangouts. But here the question is how to do this? Just because there is no direct connection between Stripe and Hangouts. So first let us check this in the real time and then we will move on to the integration process. So this is the payment page of my Stripe account, okay, and this is my Google Hangouts. So now I want that whenever any of the payment is made on this particular Stripe account, automatically a notification should be received on my Google Hangout. So I'll just make a payment over here on the name of some customer. So let's give the email address as adamsmith25@gmail.com. I'll add the mobile number over here. Okay, let's add the card details over here. Okay, I'll add the expiry code and other details. Let's give the name on the card as Adam Smith. Billing address as TP 52 Ayodhya Nagar. City as Bhopal. I'll add the pin code over here. State as Madhya Pradesh. And let's click on pay. Okay, so the payment is made over here. Thanks for your payment. Now let us check our Google Hangouts. Okay, here we can find a new message. I'll just open it. And here we can find the following payment transaction has been succeeded. Name Adam Smith, email address, amount as well as the transaction ID. So now here you might be wondering that I just made a payment here on my Stripe account and automatically a notification is received on my Google Hangout. So how did I manage to do this? So let me tell you, this has become possible just because of the automation and the integration process. So in order to create an integration between Stripe and Google Hangouts, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating Stripe with Hangouts automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So first we are going to create an integration between Stripe and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect is going to capture all the payment details, whether it is a successful payment or a failed payment. And using all those details, automatically a notification will be sent on your Hangouts. And in this way, we are going to learn that how we can create an integration between Stripe and Hangouts using Pabbly Connect. Here we are using two software applications. The first application we are using is Stripe, which is a payment gateway. So in place of Stripe, we can even use Razorpay, InstaMojo, etc. And the second application we are using is Hangouts Chat or the Google Hangouts. So as we all know, it is the commonly known messaging app. So let us learn the integration process now. For this, let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option. You can create your own account in just 2 minutes by clicking on this option. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on sign in. In the all apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on access now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on create workflow. Now here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Stripe and Google Hangouts integration. Okay, here you can give the name as per your requirement and simply click on create. Now here we can find a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want the payment details to be captured from Stripe. So open this trigger window And here in the application name, let us find Stripe. In the trigger event, we have to select new charge. Now here we can find a webhook URL and some instructions. So let us read the instructions. Go to the dashboards, webhook settings section. Click add endpoint to reveal a form to add a new endpoint for receiving events. Okay, so I'll just copy this webhook URL from here. Okay, I'll just take you to my Stripe account. This is my Stripe dashboard. Here we have to come to this developers tab. And here we can find the webhooks option. Simply click on webhooks. Here we have to click on this plus sign, add endpoint. Now here we are going to add the webhook URL. Okay. So I have added the webhook URL. Here we have to give the description. So let us give it as Stripe payments. Okay. Now here we have to select the events. So I'll just click on this plus sign to select the events. Here we are going to select the events as charge succeeded and charge failed. Okay, so I'll just select this one, charge failed. Along with that, charge succeeded. Okay, and let's click on add events. So both these events are added, charge failed as well as charge succeeded. It means this particular webhook is going to run whenever the charge is failed or whenever the charge is succeeded. Okay, and let's click on add endpoint. Okay, and here we can see that the endpoint has been added over here. Okay, now let's move back to Pabbly Connect, and here we can see that it is waiting for the webhook response. So in order to capture the response, we are going to make a test payment. So I'll just take you to my Stripe account once again, and let's go to the payments. Here I have already created a payment link. So I'm just going to copy this link from here, and I'll open this link into a new tab. Okay. So let's make a test payment over here. I'll just keep the email address as shikhaarya22@gmail.com. I'm just going to add a mobile number over here. Okay, let's add the card details over here. Along with that, I'll just add the expiry date. Name on the card will be Shikha Arya, and I'll just add the billing address as E4 254 Arera Colony. I'll add the city as Bhopal. I'll add the pin code over here, and state will be Madhya Pradesh. Okay, and let's click on pay. So the payment is getting processed over here. Okay, thanks for the payment. The payment is successful. Now let's go to the Pabbly Connect. Okay, and here we can see that the response is received and all the details related to the payment are captured over here. Here we can find the customer name, its email address, along with that the address details. Okay, here we can find the amount also. But the thing to observe here is the amount. So the payment was made for just 300 rupees over here. And here we can find that 2 digits are automatically added to this particular amount. So we are going to just trim this amount. Okay. So the decimal points are also added. So in order to trim this amount, we are going to use number formatter. So come to this action window, and here in the application name, let us select number formatter. In the action event, we have to select spreadsheet formulas. Click on connect. Now here we have to enter the formula. For that, I am just going to map the amount over here. Okay, let us map this data object amount, and I'll just divide this amount from 100. Okay, so if you want to use the spreadsheet formulas, you have a full list over here. You can check the formulas over here, and I'll just click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can find the result, that is 300 rupees. Okay, the amount is trimmed over here. So now we want to send a notification on the Hangout. For that, come to this plus sign and click on Add Action step. In the action window, we have to select Google Hangouts. In the action event, let us select Create Message. Click on Connect. Now here we have to give the chat webhook URL and the message. So I'll just take you to my Google Hangouts first. These are my Google Hangouts. Here I have already created a separate space, that is Stripe payment details, to capture all the details related to the Stripe payment. Here we are going to just click on this down arrow, and here we can find Manage Webhooks option. Click on this. Here we have to give a name to the webhook. So we are going to give it as Stripe Payments. Okay, let's click on Save. And here we can find the webhook URL. We are going to simply copy this webhook URL from here. We'll go back to Pabbly Connect and we will paste the webhook URL over here. Okay. Now we have to add the message over here. So now here I have added a message. The following payment transaction has been. Here we want the status of the payment, that whether the payment is succeeded or the payment is failed. So I'll just take you to my Stripe payment details, and here we can find the type as charge.succeeded, and along with that we can find the status, data object status as succeeded. So we are going to map this particular status now. So I'll just scroll down. Okay, and here we are going to map the status from the Stripe. Okay, and the status was succeeded. Okay, so in the message, if the status is succeeded, then it will be displayed as succeeded. Okay, and if the payment gets failed, then the status will be shown as failed over here. Okay, here we are going to map the name of the customer from Stripe once again, and the name was Shikha Arya. Okay, here we have to map the email address. So I'll just go to the Stripe and let us find the email address over here. Okay, now here we have to map the amount. So let us map the amount that we have got from the number formatter. Okay, so this is the amount. Along with that, I'll just map the currency also. So let us find the currency from Stripe, and the currency was Indian rupees, that is INR. Okay, I'll just remove this extra space from here. Okay, and the transaction ID, we are going to map it from Stripe payments, and let us find the transaction ID. Okay, so in this way the message is ready. We have the following payment transaction has been succeeded. Name would be mentioned, email address, along with that amount and the transaction ID. Okay, and now let us click on Save and Send Test Request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received. Now let us check our Google Hangout. Okay, I'll just close this window, and here we can find a new message, and the message is the following payment transaction has been succeeded over here. Name Shikha Arya, email address, amount, and the transaction ID is mentioned over here. So in this way we can see that our integration is working fine. So now let's move back to Pabbly Connect, and I'll just save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay, now we have to check this in the real time. For that, we have to create a test payment on the name of some other customer now. So I'll just go to the payment page, and here this time I'll just give the email address as kuldeepg25@gmail.com. I'll add the mobile number over here. Let's add the basic card details. Name on the card, it's Kuldeep Gupta. I'll add the billing address over here. Let us give it as EM48 Aurora Colony. Let's give the city as Bhopal. I'll add the pin code over here and state as Madhya Pradesh. Okay, and let's click on Pay. The payment is getting processed over here. Thanks for your payment. Okay, the payment is received. So now let us check our Google Hangout, and here we can find a new message. The following payment transaction has been succeeded. Name Kuldeep Gupta, email address, amount, and the transaction ID. And here we can find that all the payment details of the customer are sent on our Google Hangouts. So in this way our integration is perfectly working fine. I'll just move back to Pabbly Connect. Now here I want to give you an important information. that here we can find that the data object status is succeeded. Okay, and here we can find that the type is charged or succeeded. So just because the payment is succeeded over here. So in case if the payment gets failed over here, if the data object status is failed and the type is charged dot failed, in that case our integration is going to work properly. Okay, and in that case only the message will be changing, because we have mapped the data status over here as succeeded. So it will get failed over here, and we are going to receive a message as the following payment transaction has been failed in this particular case. And all the details will be same. Okay, name, email address, amount and the transaction ID. And in this way our integration will be working fine. Okay, so I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. Okay, I'll just minimize this one also. So first we have created an integration between Stripe and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details related to the new payment. Then we have used number formatter just to trim the amount with 2 extra zeros in the amount. Okay, and then we have created an integration between Google Hangouts, and using all these details of the payment, automatically a message is sent or the notification is sent on the Google Hangouts. And in this way we have created a successful integration between Stripe and Google Hangouts using Pabbly Connect. So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can connect us to this Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video and this video are helpful for you, then please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.